When a woman is in her wounded feminine, in her wounded self, she believes that in order to be loved, she has to struggle. She has to prove her love to a man. And very often she accepts to be in a relationships with men who do the bare minimum, who cannot provide to her or don't want to provide, who are broke, who are unemployed, who are, in many difficult situations, and they just want a woman to be convenient, to be agreeable, to get what they want from a woman. And sometimes they use, love in order to get that. And why? Because a woman in her wounded feminine, she's a woman doesn't have high standards, and very often she doesn't even have standards. The only thing she wants is love. It's to be loved, it's to be seen, it's to get attention, validation, affection. Very often because she didn't have that when she was a child. That's why she has these wounds. And she's seeking that, in relationships, in men. And that's why she doesn't have standards, because that's enough for her, just wants to be loved, to feel loved. And very often there are men who are going to use that to their advantage, because they'll give her a bit of love, a bit of affection, and that's enough for her, right? Because she's so desperate for that she accepts the bare minimum. She accepts breadcrumbs. And then she ends up in a relationship when she's struggling in other areas, like financially, emotionally, etc. And she believes she has to struggle. She believes she has to be with that man because she has to prove to him that she loves him. My God. When a woman who is in her empowered feminine self, feminine energy, who doesn't have that wound, who has healed, she has high standards. She doesn't want to be struggling in a relationship. She doesn't want to be with a man that only gives her the bare minimum, because she has high standards. She wants to be with a man who is in his masculine power. She is in her feminine power. She wants a man in his masculine power. And man in his masculine power is a provider and a protector. So he has that instinct to take care of his woman, take care of his family. And this is regardless if she works or not. It's not, there are so many questions about, but she's working or she's not working. It's not about that. It's regardless of whether she works or not. It's about his instinct. He wants to take care of her. He wants to provide. He wants her to have her best life next to him. She doesn't want her to struggle. Because when he is with a woman, it's because he truly loves her. So he wants to create a container of safety for her and for his children. So a man within his masculine provider instinct, he builds his life. He gets his shit together before he enters into a relationship. He organizes his life. He gets to a point where he is able to provide, he's able to offer, be of service. And that's when he brings a woman into his life, and the woman is going to bring into his life is a woman who wants that, who has high standards, who wants that. So it's not a woman who has to prove being struggle love and prove, I have to struggle next to this man because I have to prove my love. No, it's him who has to prove to her that he deserves her in this life, right? And they have to, so that he has to organize his life before a relationship. And that's how it is. So that's why lots of women are in relationships where they struggle, right? When they're suffering, they struggle. The man doesn't meet their needs. Or maybe they did in the beginning, but then they stopped when they get what they want, etc. And they are so involved now, they'll continue the relationship. So that's why women need to heal. They need to do their inner work. They need to give to themselves all that love and validation. So you start having high standards and you accept nothing but the best for you.